What if your cat isn't ignoring you because it doesn't care? What if it's because it doesn't trust you yet? You call it nothing. You reach out and it walks away. Confident, cold, controlled. But later, when you stop trying, it comes back, sits on you, touches you, stays close. That contradiction isn't random. Cats don't follow. They decide. Every movement you make is being evaluated. Too fast? Unsafe. Too loud? Unpredictable. But when you slow down, when you become still, your cat starts watching, then moving closer. Because to a cat, control is safety. And safety is the beginning of trust. Warn Tau scale teep full video noi. Zem full bow kunku lam YouTube tight https://www.fuckpt.com/la1100 okay. Dela part 1 to 1000 100 TO Bernchern final Hook Mind Bamsat scene Neep cinematic Dunkir US voice part 1 to 1,100 words. What if your cat isn't ignoring you because it doesn't care? What if the real reason is it doesn't trust you yet? Think about it. You call your cat. Nothing. No reaction. No movement. You reach out your hand and it walks away. Not slowly. Not unsure. Confident. Like your presence doesn't matter at all. And for a moment, you feel it. That strange discomfort, like you've been rejected, ignored, like you don't exist in its world. But then something doesn't make sense. Later that same day, you're not calling it, you're not looking at it, you're doing your own thing. And suddenly, it appears out of nowhere, jumps onto you, sits on your chest, touches your face, stays close, like it needs you right now. Not earlier, not when you tried, now. That contradiction is the clue because your cat isn't random, it's controlled. Everything it does is based on one thing: safety. Not love first, not affection first, safety. Cats don't operate like dogs. Dogs follow. Dogs respond. Dogs react. Cats don't. Cats evaluate every movement, every sound, every shift in your energy. Because in a cat's world, uncertainty equals danger. And you are unpredictable. You move suddenly. You reach quickly. You make noise without warning. So when you try to touch your cat, it doesn't see affection. It sees risk. That's why it walks away. Not because it doesn't care, but because the moment isn't safe. Now watch what happens when everything changes. You stop trying. You sit down. You relax. You look away. Your energy drops. Your movement's slow, Ren. Your attention disappears. And suddenly, everything shifts. Your cat starts watching you from a distance. Still, silent, focused, not ignoring you anymore, studying you. Because now, you are predictable. And predictability is the first step to trust. This is not random behavior. It's backed by science. Cats prefer interaction when they initiate it, not when it's forced. Because forced interaction creates pressure, and pressure feels unsafe. So your cat waits, not for you, for the right moment. When your energy is calm, when your body is still, when your presence feels safe, that's when it moves. Slowly, carefully, step by step, watching you the entire time. If you move suddenly, it stops. If you look directly, it hesitates. If you reach out, it leaves. But if you stay still, it keeps coming closer, closer, until it reaches you. And then it does something small, but incredibly important. It touches you lightly. A paw, a head bump, a soft brush against your skin. That moment matters more than you think, because that's not affection. Not yet. That's evaluation. Your cat is asking a question. Are you safe? And your response decides everything. If you react too fast, you lose the moment. If you stay calm, you gain something powerful. Trust. And trust is everything to a cat because, unlike dogs, cats don't give trust freely. They build it slowly through repeated moments of safety. That's why your cat pulls away again, even after getting close. Because one moment isn't enough. It needs consistency, proof, again and again, that you are safe. And that's why the behavior feels confusing. Cold, then warm, distant, then suddenly close, gone, then suddenly present. But it's not random. It's a system, a pattern built on control. And your cat is always in control. The moment you stop trying, that's when everything begins. Not for you, for your cat. Because your cat was never truly ignoring you. It was waiting, watching, measuring something you didn't even realize you were giving off. Your energy, your movement, your unpredictability. To a cat, you are not simple. You are loud. You are fast. You are inconsistent. And that makes you unstable, not emotionally, biologically. So during the day, when you move suddenly, when you reach out, when you try to control the interaction, your cat doesn't feel safe. It feels uncertain. And uncertainty is something cats avoid at all costs. That's why it walks away. That's why it ignores you. That's why it creates distance. Not to reject you, but to regain control. Because for a cat, control equals survival. Now, watch what happens when the world changes. Night falls. The noise disappears. The movement slows. The energy drops. And most importantly, you change. You stop moving. You stop reacting. You stop reaching. You become still. Your breathing slows. Your body relaxes. And for the first time all day, you are predictable. And that is everything your cat has been waiting for. So it moves. Not fast, not obvious. Slow, careful, intentional. Like it's entering a space that could disappear at any moment. Because in its world, safety is never assumed. It must be confirmed. Step by step, it gets closer, watching you the entire time, listening to your breathing, reading your stillness. If you move, it stops. If you react, it hesitates. But if you remain calm, it keeps going, closer, closer, until it reaches you. And then it does something small, but incredibly important. It touches you, lightly. A paw on your arm, a soft bump of its head. That moment is not affection. It's confirmation. Your cat is asking, are you still safe? And your stillness answers, yes. So it stays. Not long at first, just a few seconds. Then a little longer the next time. And over time, that moment grows into something else. Trust. Because trust, for a cat, is never given all at once. It's built through repetition, through consistency, through moments where nothing goes wrong. That's why your cat returns at night. Not because it suddenly loves you more, but because night is the only time you stop being unpredictable. And in that moment, your cat finally relaxes. It jumps onto your bed, walks across your body, feels your breathing, listens to your heartbeat. Everything about you is steady, consistent, safe. And that's when it does something rare. It lets go of control, just a little. It sits on your chest, or curls beside you, or rests near your face. close enough to feel connected, but still free enough to leave. Because even in trust, control still matters. Research shows that cats prefer interaction during calm, predictable states, not active ones, because their survival instinct is built around minimizing risk. So when you're awake, you are unpredictable. But when you're asleep, you are safe. And that's when your cat finally chooses you. Not because you called it, not because you forced it, but because you became someone it can trust. And here's the truth most people never understand. Your cat isn't ignoring you. It's selecting you, carefully, strategically, on its own terms. Because attention, for a cat, is vulnerability. And vulnerability requires safety. So instead of asking, why does my cat ignore me? Ask this. Have I created a moment where my cat feels safe enough to come to me, because that's what this has always been about. Not love first, not affection first, but trust. Slow, silent, built over time. And once you understand that, everything changes. You stop chasing your cat. You stop forcing interaction. You stop trying to control the moment. And instead, you become calm, predictable, safe. And when that happens, your cat changes too. It stays longer, comes closer, touches you more often, until one day, you notice something different. Your cat isn't walking away as much. It's not avoiding you. It's choosing you. Again, and again, and again. So the next time your cat ignores you, don't take it personally, because it's not leaving you. It's just waiting for the moment when you finally become safe enough to be chosen.